Hey everybody, I'm Sarah, your Christian forgiveness coach, and you are watching Forgive Everyone for Everything Every Day Right Away. This episode is about forgiveness and saying I have to. And this is just a little thing that has really helped me in my practice, so I want to share with you. So my husband and I had a really fun conversation recently. I was allegedly whining and complaining about something that I had to do. And he says this to me very often: honey, you don't have to do it. I'll do it. And that got me thinking. I was like, how many times do we say I have to dot 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 fill in the blank. I have to do the dishes. I have to go to work. I have to take care of my kids. I have to do this. I have to do that. Okay. And I realized the truth is we don't have to do anything. Thinking we have to is always a lie. Stay with me. We're going to evaluate this because we all do this. We trick ourselves into thinking we have no other options other than what we think we have to do. But there are always other options. Everything is a choice. So once I thought about this, I told my husband that I was going to do this episode on it. And I asked him, I was like, try to tell me just one thing that you think we have to do. And he thought about it and he was like, breathing. And I said, no, not even breathing. Yeah, it's voluntary, but we could stop ourselves from breathing if we really wanted to. I didn't mean to get dark there, but it's true. There's nothing we have to do. So let's take the example of those dishes in the sink. This is one of those tasks that I used to just grumble about. Seriously, am I the only person in my home of 5 that cares that the dishes are done? Do I think everyone else should care? Yeah, I do. But I can't force them. I like a clear, clean sink. So I discovered that I had other options. I could just do the dishes and not complain about it. I could hire someone to help me. I could give my kids the chore of doing dishes and then decide if I wanted to reward them or not. I could request that everyone do their own dishes, and I have tried this one before, and it usually works for about 24 hours. I could whine and complain to my husband that no one helps me with the dishes. Wait, I was already doing that. I could not do the dishes and then watch them pile up until someone else realized they had to do some dishes in order to use some dishes. So you see, I had a lot of options. And what I decided on purpose was I'm going to do them myself most of the time without complaint. And here's why. Because I like a clean, empty sink, period. I'm the only one who cares. I can't expect everyone else in my house to do what I want. So I went from hating doing the dishes and everyone under my roof who didn't do their dishes and thinking I had to because I wasn't even acknowledging that I had other options. So I went from having to do the dishes and being all resentful about it to wanting to do the dishes because I like a clean kitchen. Very different result with regards to my attitude and the way I felt about it. And maybe really that's kind of what this talk is about, attitude. I notice how much better I feel when I think I choose to do the dishes rather than I have to do the dishes. And it truly does affect my attitude. And when I have a more positive attitude, whew, forgiveness is a whole lot easier. I can instantly forgive everyone who doesn't help me with the dishes. And then I don't build up any resentment. So jobs are another great example. And I've said it to myself in the past about my job. And I've heard many people say that, they hate their job, they have to go to work. And so I thought about this a lot. And again, don't have to do anything. No one is forced to go to work, at least not in this blessed country. Most of us go to work because we like money, so we can pay our bills. Money is fun. It buys food and it pays for electricity. It puts gas in our cars, which money bought, and it pays for our homes. And if we're fortunate, some really fun vacations. Money is awesome. I love using money to go to Trader Joe's. I love using money to visit my best friend in Florida. I love using money to surprise my kids with a fun day at the go kart track place. So, for those reasons, I loved going to work and earning money, even if I didn't care for the job or the task itself. Some of us are very blessed to actually enjoy the work itself, but some jobs, they're just jobs where we earn money to live, and that's totally fine. So none of us have to go to work. We don't have to pay our bills. We don't have to buy food. We don't have to put gas in the car. We want to. So again, like notice the difference in your body and in your attitude when you adopt that alternative perspective. So we can apply this concept to our forgiveness work and our relationships. You don't have to forgive. Everything is a choice. Sometimes it just takes the right attitude and that little shift in perspective to change how you feel about something. So I was coaching a client once who was upset with her spouse for not helping with their child, specifically making an appointment to visit a certain school. His response was he was busy at work. Her attitude about it was that it wasn't fair. He didn't ever help with the child. But I asked her, for this specific situation, do you want your kid to go to this school? And the answer was yes, I do. So I helped her see that she had other options. She could ask her husband and wait for him to do it, which may or may not happen. She could just let it go and not facilitate getting her child into the school. Or she could just drop the resentment and do it herself because she wanted to. So you see how that benefits her and everyone else. It is a choice. So for me, when it comes to forgiveness, if I go about saying I have to forgive because God says I must, if I want to be forgiven, kind of feels forced to me and I feel some resistance. I want to be able to forgive everyone for everything every day right away from an attitude of want because of how it makes me feel, which affects my actions. And when I feel more positive, I forgive much quicker and easier. And that's my goal. When I'm able to forgive automatically, I don't add unnecessary emotional suffering to my life. So I want you to start noticing what areas in your life you may be saying have to, and notice how it makes you feel. And just try this. Try changing it to I choose to, or I want to, or even I get to, and see if that changes everything. All right, y'all. See you next time. Done with love. Bye.